What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin Cash today. Shout out to the Dragon Riders in the House of the Dragon. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Let's get it going. It's going to be a quick update today. If we take the relative low here to the relative high, you can see that we've not only found support on our 382, but we've broken above the 236. It's a beautiful maneuver. I originally, back here, was saying that we could move up a little bit, but ultimately I was thinking that we were going to have like kind of a flash crash below these lows, something, and I say a flash crash, not really a flash crash, right? Just a little bit of a dip before we rallied around $320 to $300. That was kind of my expectation. Now that those targets are still on the table, they absolutely still are on the table. We've found resistance now at a previous area of resistance, previous areas of support, even going back in time, previous areas of support as well. So somewhat of a significant area. But I do want to say that closing above the 236 like this, getting up this high, and showing support on the 382 like this does leave the door open for this to find support on the 236. It's very common to see these things stair step, right? So finding support on your 382 leaves the door open to finding support on the 236, leaves the door open to going to the extensions of basically, or even the retracements of this greater move here, which we'll measure in a second. But something to keep in mind. All I'm trying to say by saying this is that those targets between about 300 to 310, 300 to 320 that I've been addressing a few days ago, I'm keeping them on the table. They're not shelved yet, but they're not the expectation. At the moment, the expectation is to move down from here. Yes, find resistance at a previous area of resistance, but likely I would think that you find support somewhere in this 346 to 331 area, somewhere in here between the red line and the yellow line, right? If not directly at the red line. If you don't hold the yellow line, that's fine, right? If we don't hold, we're actually in a situation where if we don't hold this line, it's totally fine because we would very, very likely hold this area down here as support. Those targets, again, that's why I think it's important to keep these on the table, keep that in mind, but it's not the expectation. For me, the expectation genuinely is to find support somewhere in this area. I really do like the 346 area for an area of support. If I take away all my lines here, you can see that you literally found support off of this wick here, right at the 236 area on this fib, the 346 area on the price, $346. Found support right there. You found support on it before. You've found support in this area literally back here as well, and significance going back in time as well. I've checked. It's a somewhat significant area. So very much in favor of that. It would look really good based on the fibs here, and I think it would look good on your daily RSI as well, maintaining higher lows and looking productive. So all that to say, I do think we're in an area that would make sense to pull back a little bit. We're at 360 right now. Found resistance at the previous area of resistance, previous areas of support. We're at the 60 area in the RSI. It looks like we're finding resistance there as well. So coming back, pulling back from there. 4 hour has bearish divergence on it, right? Lower high here with a higher high. You had a higher high close here on your 4 hour with less volume than you did coming up. So that kind of indicates that there's not enough fuel to the fire to let things go higher. So probably come back down, refuel, get a higher low, and then continue to move up. That's my thoughts there. So time will tell. But the 4 hour looks good overall. It just looks like it might take a temporary breather. The 1 hour as well looks like, really strong, but for the time being might take a temporary breather. So that would just imply over the next day, maybe over the next 3 days, we see a little bit of stagnation, a little bit of downside, and then over the weeks, looking at the daily, looking at the weekly RSI, over the weeks to come, over the months to come, I believe Bitcoin Cash has a lot higher goals in mind. You guys know I do. So I don't really know if I have anything else that I want to say. That's about it. We kind of look like we're doing this thing here, right? Kind of got this little whatever in between. We might take our time to get up there, but whenever this point breaks, you guys, it's really going to be on, right? Beyond just the idea of this W pattern here or whatever it was that I was just drawing, but breaking out of this downtrend, getting above this high, it's going to send us. It's going to be phenomenal what we do afterwards. But I'm definitely excited for the weeks to come. Not so excited for the days to come. I shouldn't say that. I'm actually kind of excited for the days to come because I do plan on buying more Bitcoin Cash when we see prices below 350. We're at 360 now. The given targets that I have for Bitcoin Cash that I'm expecting is between 331 and 346. But whenever I see the price below 350, that's when I'm going to buy more. I'm okay with not catching the absolute low of this next move, because obviously it's not even the absolute low of the entire move as a whole. And in reference to the whole cycle that we've got going on right now, you know, we're still at a pretty good area to buy in this whole like move back here. So, ooh. So with that, guys, I'm gonna leave you. If you like the video, hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more. Having a little bit of indigestion here, so it's hard to talk. I think I've said everything I need to say. So thank you all for being here. A little bit of downside, a little bit of stagnation. I think it's only going to last for like a day or so. Maybe not a day or so, like a day to 3 days, maybe a little longer. But over the weeks, over the months, you guys know what it is. We're going to be moving up. We're looking to break out of this down phase here any week now, any day now. It's just maybe not the next 3 days. So take care. Bye bye. See you on the next one.